Hey friends, the official numbers are in 2.8%, 9.6%, and 10.1%. These 3 percentage increases are about to impact roughly 70 million Social Security and SSDI beneficiaries. And I need to break down exactly what this means for your money, your benefits, and your monthly checks. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Some of you are already commenting saying this is going to translate to basically nothing, maybe $1 or $2 extra. And look, I get it. For a lot of people, unfortunately, this isn't going to mean much at all. But here's why you need to watch this whole video. We now have all the data on what's actually going to impact your 2026 benefits. And some of these numbers, they're going to shock you. I read through all the official reports, I crunch the numbers, and I'm going to explain in plain English what the 2.8% COLA, the 9.6% 6% Medicare, Part B premium increase, and the 10.1% deductible increase actually mean for your wallet. Because, spoiler alert, they're giving us a 2.8% raise and then taking most of it right back. Let's break down these 3 percentages one at a time, because each one tells a different part of the story. The 2.8%, your 2026 COLA. First up, the 2.8%. This is your cost of living adjustment for 2026. This is the raise to your monthly Social Security or SSDI benefit. Now, for context, if you're getting the average Social Security retirement benefit of around $1,927 per month, a 2.8% increase means roughly $54 more per month. That's about $648 per year. For SSDI recipients averaging around $1,539 monthly, you're looking at about $43 more per month, or around $516 annually. And for SSI recipients, the federal maximum benefit is going up from $943 to $967 for individuals. That's a $24 increase. For couples on SSI, it's going up from $1,415 to $1,450, which is $35 more. But here's where it gets interesting. And by interesting, I mean frustrating. The 9.6% Medicare Part B premium increase. The 2026 Medicare Part B premium has officially been announced, and it's going to be $25.90 per month. That's an increase of $17.90 over what we're paying right now in 2025, which is $188. That works out to a 9.6% increase. Let me say that again. They're giving us a 2.8% raise and then turning around and raising the Medicare Part B premium by 9.6%. That's nearly quadruple what the COLA is. And if you're someone who has Medicare Part B premiums taken directly out of your Social Security check, which most people do, that $17.90 is going to eat up a huge chunk of your COLA increase before you even see it. The 10.1% Medicare Part B deductible increase. Now, for the third number, the Medicare Part B deductible. In 2025, it's $257. In 2026, it's jumping to $283. That's an increase of $26 or 10.1%. So, let me make sure we're all on the same page here. They give us a 2.8% COLA increase, and we're supposed to be grateful, right? But then they raise the Medicare Part B premium by 9.6%, nearly 4 times the COLA. And then they raise the deductible by $26, which is a 10.1% increase. Also, nearly quadruple the COLA. Does anybody else find that a little bit interesting? How does that math work exactly? Look, I think we all know how this game is played. We've been around long enough to see the pattern. The objective seems to be give them a small COLA increase, then get it all back through premium and deductible increases. And before you know it, they've got all that money back. Here's something I've said a million times before in other videos, and I'm going to say it again. The lowest income beneficiaries always get hammered the most when it comes to these changes. Let me show you the math, because this is where it gets really frustrating. Let's say you're a lower income beneficiary receiving $1,000 per month. A 2.8% COLA means you're getting $28 more per month based on your gross benefit. But then you subtract nearly $18 for the new Medicare Part B premium increase. You're left with $10. $10. What are you going to do with $10 a month? Buy a box and a half of cereal? Maybe. Quick side note here. Have you ever tried the bag cereal instead of the box kind? I know this is random, but hear me out. It tastes practically the same. You get way more volume, way more quantity, and it's honestly way cheaper. I'm pretty frugal. I like a deal. I like a discount. And the bag cereal is a total hack. I don't like spending money on literally the same thing when I can get it cheaper in a bag versus a box. Okay, back to the serious stuff. Point is, $10 isn't going to change anybody's life, and for low-income beneficiaries, that might be all they see from this raise. Meanwhile, higher-income beneficiaries who get multiple thousands per month in Social Security, they're not going to see their entire COLA eaten up by this. They'll actually see some benefit from the increase. So once again, the people who need help the most get help the least. Let me be specific about who these changes impact. 70 million people are going to see these changes affect their monthly benefits. That includes retirees on Social Security. Your COLA increase happens automatically in January 2026. You don't need to do anything. It just shows up in your check. SSDI recipients, same deal. Automatic increase. And if you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, automatic premium deduction increase too. SSI recipients, you'll see your increase January 1st, 2026. Surviving spouses and children, asterisk asterisk. If you're receiving survivor benefits, you're included in this. Veterans, if you're receiving Social Security or SSDI in addition to VA benefits, your Social Security portion will increase by 2.8%. Your VA benefits have a separate COLA calculation. Moms and caregivers, if you're receiving benefits based on your own work record or based on a spouse's record, this applies to you. Medicare enrolls. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, which is about 70 million people, you're going to see that premium increase eating into your COLA. Let's zoom out for a second and talk about what's really going on here. The government calculates your COLA based on the Consumer Price Index, the CPI, that measures changes in prices for things like food, housing, and healthcare. When inflation slows down, the COLA goes down. The problem is, even though inflation has cooled, prices haven't gone back down. They've just stopped rising as fast. So, if you're feeling like your benefits aren't stretching as far as they used to, you're not imagining it. That's reality. And here's the kicker. They're basing your raise on one set of calculations, but they're basing the Medicare increases on completely different calculations. So, you end up in this situation where your raise is 2.8%, but your costs are going up 9.6% and 10.1%. The math doesn't add up in your favor. Okay, so with all these changes coming in 2026, here's your action plan. 1. Check your My Social Security account. Go to ssa.gov and log in. You'll be able to see your exact benefit amount for January 2026. Verify your earnings record and make sure everything looks right. 2. Calculate your actual increase. Take your current benefit, multiply by 0.028 to get your COLA increase. Then subtract $17.90 for the Medicare Part B premium increase. That's your real monthly increase. 3. Review your Medicare coverage now. If you haven't done it yet, call Chapter or talk to a Medicare advisor before enrollment ends. Make sure you're in the best plan for your situation. 4. Adjust your 2026 budget. Even if your increase is small, update your monthly budget to reflect the new numbers. Account for that Medicare premium increase, especially 5. Look for other assistance programs. If your COLA increase isn't enough, and for many people it won't be, Look into other programs. You might qualify for things like SNAP benefits, LIHEAP for heating assistance, extra help for prescription costs. I've got videos on all of these programs in my video library. Check those out. 6. Share this information. If you have aging parents, family members, or friends on Social Security, make sure they know about these changes. A lot of people aren't going to hear about this until they see their January payment and wonder what happened. Look, I'm going to level with you. A 2.8% increase when your Medicare costs are going up 9.6%. It's not enough. It's just not. For lower income beneficiaries especially, you're essentially getting nothing. You might even feel worse off financially because the small increase you get might push you just over the threshold for other assistance programs, but not actually give you enough extra money to make up for losing that assistance. I know a lot of you are frustrated. I read your comments. I see people saying, I worked my whole life, paid into the system, and this is what I get. And I get it. That frustration is valid. But here's what I also want you to know. Knowledge is power. The fact that you're here watching this video, learning about these changes before they hit your bank account, that puts you ahead of millions of people who won't realize what happened until it's too late to do anything about it. You can make phone calls, adjust your budget, apply for additional assistance programs, and advocate for yourself. That's more than most people are doing. Social Security isn't a perfect system. Medicare isn't a perfect system, but they're programs that millions of people depend on, including you. And they'll only improve if people like us stay informed, stay engaged, and make our voices heard. Contact your representatives. Tell them how these changes affect you. Support organizations that advocate for seniors and people with disabilities. Vote for policies that strengthen the social safety net instead of weakening it. Because at the end of the day, these programs exist because people fought for them. And they'll continue to exist and hopefully improve only if we keep fighting. All right, friends. That's the full breakdown of the 2.8% COLA increase, the 9.6% Medicare Part B premium increase, and the 10.1% deductible increase coming in 2026. These changes will affect roughly 70 million Social Security and Medicare beneficiaries. If this video helped you understand what's coming and how to prepare for it, please hit that subscribe button down below. It's 100% free, and it helps me keep making these videos for you. Share this video with anyone you know on Social Security or Medicare. Use that big share button right below the video. They need to know this information. Drop a comment and tell me, how do you feel about these changes? Is your COLA going to get completely wiped out by the Medicare increases, or will you actually see some benefit? I read every single comment. And if you want more information on maximizing your benefits, check out the 6,000 plus other videos here on the channel. I've got videos on SSDI, SSI, retirement strategies, Medicare tips, assistance programs. You name it, it's in the video library. Thank you so much for being here and for being part of this community. Take care of yourself, stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next video. Otherwise, have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.